Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot here for our Twin Flame Tuesday reading. Just doing a little protection ceremony here. All right. Twin Flame Tuesday, couple of downloads, of course. Always have a message from the guides about twin flames. Number one, what they said was, if you are focusing more intently on your twin flame counterpart than you are yourself, then you are stuck. Okay? So, in the twin flame journey, it's self first. This is to benefit your soul's ascension. So there needs to be some dedication to self. And what I'm hearing is, if you're more dedicated to the desires of the connection and what your expectation is, then you're in a place of stuckness. You need to step back, evaluate why you feel compelled to dwell on the connection. And I know this is not what you want to hear, but my job just to convey the messages. The second thing is, you're never, it's just what my interpretation of the message, you're never going to be able to be without that longing to be with your twin. But it is your choice as to whether or not you feel that the manifestation of that twin energy is suitable for you. In the way of, suitable, the word they used would be more like, is a relationship with the 3D version of your counterpart, not the 5D version or the energetic version, but the physical manifestation of the counterpart with their ego. Is that relationship, in the practical sense, gonna benefit your life? So, that's, everybody has to judge that for themselves. All right, I'll quit talking now. I know that you came here to see what's going on in the connection with your counterpart, but I always have messages when I meditate that need to be conveyed. Resplendent with Grace, one of my favorite cards. This is definitely kind of just surrendering to the grace of the connection. It's a 24 card, which is a 6 card, which is an balance energy for me. It's equilibrium. You may be wondering if you can attain the next stage of growth in your life. You are already well equipped to do so, no matter what you might believe about the situation, circumstances, or others involved, even yourself. You have within your soul's possession more than enough grace to see you through anything you are bold enough to envision for yourself, or for any vision you feel life has bestowed upon you. So, through unconditional love, to access all that you are, to be supported by these beings that love you without condition, pray to realize that you are so drenched in sacred grace that the well of your being is full. All that is needed to nurture you onto the next step of your life path is within you now. Success is yours, but you must believe in your ability, your readiness, and your capacity to take this next phase of the journey now. How could it be otherwise? For you are one with grace. Okay, and just a heads up on the, I saw the New Beginning card in the Lover's Oracle, and then in the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, I saw the Fool card, and the Fool card 3 times in the pre-shuffle. So new beginnings, and the message that I kind of downloaded when I saw the Fool card 3 times plus the Magician. This new beginning is not something that's just a switch. It's not, okay, all of a sudden, you close the door one day and the next day you're in this new cycle. It's a process, but they're asking you to be aware that this is the new beginning process. It's going to take time for the new beginning to be fully conscious, fully aware that there has been something different. It's a subtle shift into this new beginning. And just imagine how the planets move. They move in degrees, stages, just ever so slightly. Every movement is very subtle. This is the same thing. The energy is going to be very subtle. The only time I feel like the energy is not subtle is when we see the Tower and then when we see the Judgment card. Those are more powerful, like sudden, in your face kind of energies. The rest are just kind of moving along ever so slowly toward the next phase. So just wanted to say that. All right, let's pull from the Twin Flame Ascension. Show you this card. This is surrendering to all that is and all that will be. In the Twin Flame journey, surrender is the name of the game. When you try to control the course of the Twin Flame connection, that's resistance. Control is resistance because control is based in fear. When you're this is a fearless energy. It's like, I feel safe. I'm able to totally surrender. The divine has your back. You are being protected. You have all the divine grace that you need and all that you need in order to manifest the greatest outcomes for yourself in this journey. If you use the energies, if you put up resistance to all the energies, that longing energy, the anger, the frustration of why isn't my twin calling? Why isn't my twin showing up? Why aren't we together? If you allow those to become blockages, you get into a very negative energetic feedback loop. But if you say, you know what? Whatever is going to be is what's right for me. And doesn't necessarily have to do with a physical relationship. I know you don't like to hear that, and every time I speak what the messages are as far as the way I understand the truth of it, I get all these people that don't like my videos. They give me thumbs down. That's okay with me. If you're not ready to hear the message, you still have some work to do, because if you get angry at me for conveying a message, that's not an indictment on me. So I'm just saying that. Shift or be shifted. Spiritual awakening. Shift or be shifted. And then this is Twin Flame Facilitator, Expansive Growth. We saw this card recently. So this is a shift toward more expansiveness. And with that new beginning, it's a new phase of manifestation from a higher level of understanding, a more conscious level of what the Twin Flame journey truly is. And I'm just going to say, from my perspective on the journey, I remember watching tarot readings and by people who had been a little further along in the Twin Flame journey than I was. And I just couldn't believe they could be so calm about it, because at that point it was such that dark night of the soul energy. And I just was in disbelief that I would ever get to the point of being able to surrender. And I was just like, they can't possibly be twins if they don't feel this absolute angst and frustration. But that's just a part of the process. You do get past it. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you shared with those you love. I'll put that here as an overarching energy. For the connection, and I'm reading for pretty much the connection. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. And this has to be relationship with self too. You have to have that relationship with self as being healed. Okay. I'm going to pull some tarot. The Totally Zenned Out Journey. Let's find out what's going on. What's going on in the connection right now between the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, Twin Flame energies, please. 5 Five of Cups. Focuses on the 3D. And for some of you, the 3D has come up somewhat empty. You feel like your twin is not a Nine of Swords. Yeah, there's that angst energy. Number one, because you're not in union, you feel there's a certain amount of suffering. There's always this deep inner longing that you are to be united in soul, and you start to feel in the 3D that that energy transposes your 3D existence. It doesn't always mean that the twin flames will be together, because everybody has free will and there's divine destiny and contracts at play. Three of Pentacles. Could be divine karmic contracts with others. I just see this Five of Cups. The 3 cups are absolutely drained and empty. There's no more in the 3D. There's the 2 cups in the back that are overflowing. This really feels like to me that this 3 and this 3 stand out, that there's some sort of transitionary energy where you might have to release the union, the physical union for right now. Just release that expectation. Just turn that over, that if it's meant to be, if it's contractual, and that's where you're supposed to, that's how you're supposed to end up in this incarnation, then great. But if not, you're okay to surrender, that this lifetime can be about you. Maybe last lifetime it was all about your twin. This time, maybe it's just supposed to be about you, where you can heal and manifest the life that you always dreamed about, and you've been trying to manifest since you started incarnating. Yeah, see, there's the 10 of Cups. Full moon in the background. I think full moon in Sagittarius is coming up. This is a grand realization. It can either be something that you're truly manifesting, or it could be an illusion that you're focusing on with that full moon coming up in Sagittarius. It could be that there's an illusion that you're going to need to face the reality. There's a 5 of Pentacles. So we have 2 5s here. There's something about, I think it's leaving the illusion. What I'm hearing is the distress of the illusion behind. 8 of Swords. Yeah, it's been keeping you trapped. I'm really feeling like I'm talking to a set of twins that are in the cadre of the last life was about the masculine energy or the other counterpart. It feels like this lifetime was kind of contractually obligated so that the divine feminine could really come into her fullness. That's just what I'm feeling. So it releases you from that energy, the compulsion of feeling like, I have to be with my twin. There's just no other way it can happen. I'll never be happy unless but that in itself is what needs to be healed. Let's pull from the Ciro Marchetti. There's the Fool card. Again, I'm telling you, this is a new opportunity to see things differently in this connection. Believe me, I know, and I even as I say it, I feel the resistance bubbling up of, no, that can't be. That's not what I want for this twin flame connection. I want to be with my twin. I want to have that experience. I want to be in that energy. I want to feel that connection. And I want to see it manifested in the 3D. Those are all latent feelings that seem to reside in my soul. And then there's the reality factor of, what if this incarnation was to be about just the divine feminine energy, and the divine masculine energy was there to be the catalyst to really set that divine feminine energy on its course. The trajectory of healing and coming into the fullness of the divine feminine energy. This is the Power of Love. Yes, Power of Love Oracle. Let's pull a couple from, see what's going on. Friendliness. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections and commitment. Feels like divine masculine energy. There's, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that there's part of this connection, somebody in this connection could be in a commitment. With this Three of Pentacles here, this Five of Pentacles, that's what's blocking this union. And remember, union can be energetically. You do not have to manifest a physical 3D union to feel like you're really capitalizing on the twin energies for your highest and greatest good. Sometimes it's just about you. Sometimes it's just about you. And if you don't feel that it being just about you isn't important because you don't feel worthy, then there needs to be a kind of a face-to-face conversation in the mirror about why can't it be just about you? Because I'm hearing the buts, but it can be just about you and your growth and your ascension. And that is what I feel is the message here, is that that's where you should be focused. That's where you're going to get the most positive outcomes in this journey, is when you can make it about you. This is the Power of Zen Romance Oracle. Crossroads. There's an indecision. Someone needs to make a choice. And I saw the Two of Swords in this deck. There is a crossroads here. There is a decision. If you've been waiting on your twin to leave their karmic, or if you have been waiting on your twin to choose you, if you have waited on your twin for anything, then you're not focusing on you. You're focusing on what you want. And this is about surrendering what you want to what is in the highest and greatest good. Regrets. An unhealthy reflection on the past. Forgiveness is required. We have this Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Those are all regrets. Bottom of the deck, isolation. Alone time is needed. Time for some deep soul searching. Okay, let's pull. What's this new beginning? Knight of Swords, coming in fast. I'm going to tell you, this Mars and Leo energy is kicking my ass. At first it started out really good. I was like because Mars and Leo can be all about kind of some angry ego energy. There's other good traits in there too. It's not all about that, but it can be about that. And I chose to channel all of that kind of angry angst energy into more powerful energy, tackling some of my to-do list, cleaning up some residual energy, stuff that just is lingering on my list lingerers. And I felt very, very productive until I got very, very tired. Now I'm very, very irritable. King of Wands, speaking about irritable, King of Wands comes across as somebody very irritable to me. They're just kind of that really passionate but overwhelmed. Two of Wands. There's that choice that needs to be made. What way are you going to go? What way are you going to go? Could be a fire sign. Divine masculine here. Aries, Leo, Sag. Seven of Cups. Yeah. There's still some confusion on this new beginning. They still haven't made a decision whether to end this. Some of them have been, like I said in yesterday's reading, beating their head up against the wall, but they're still not at a point of, we saw the Seven of Cups energy yesterday. They're still not at a point of knowing exactly what to do. They're still trying to think through the energy. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit, yeah. Maybe this is that isolation, taking some quiet time. So you're probably not in communication right now. What's under the Hermit? Yeah, the Seven of Wands. And what I heard from that energy is they don't want really the kind of rehashing of the old energy of the connection. This is a new energy in the connection, a higher frequency energy. They don't want to go back to that lower version. So they don't want to feel like they have to defend what happened in the past. They don't want to rehash, well, why you did this, so I did this. They're just like done with all of that. You're done with all of that. Let's see what else. So they're still just trying to weigh their options, to be honest. They want this new beginning. They kind of want to break out of their stuckness, because they're in this Two of Wands in the challenge position. There's definitely stuckness. So this could be your masculine energy or your divine counterpart, but you're just not ready to, you're just not feeling powerful enough to make that decision. The energies aren't compelling enough, I should say, instead of powerful enough. The energies aren't compelling you to do something yet, although you got two major arcanas. There's still some energy of the regret, the residual regret energy. Feeling stuck in the long term. Maybe wanting to leave, but just doesn't feel like they can. Even though they want something that's more emotionally fulfilling, they feel like their emotions are emptied. They've spent all of the emotional energy they can spend on this situation, but yet they're not really ready to surrender. This resplendent with grace. They're still at the crossroads, still trying to make a choice. Seven of Swords. Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords. A lot of anxiety here. Feels like that if they leave, they sabotage themselves. If they stay, they sabotage themselves. That's the truth. There's that Ace of Swords. A lot of Swords energy here. Somebody's doing a lot of thinking. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. So they're just kind of watching from a distance right now, but they really kind of, they just don't want the interaction right now. They're just like, you know what, I don't want to add any complexity to my already complicated decision-making framework. Because they're in this commitment, but they're at a crossroads. They're beating their head up against the wall. It's not working. But there's no compulsion to leave. It's not so severe that they can't exist in that. But they're keeping an eye on you because, okay, here's what they just showed me. They're looking to see if you're moving on. It's almost like they're waiting to see if you start to make an effort to move forward in your life, then they're like, okay, as long as the divine feminine is stagnant, not moving forward, just in that waiting hangman energy, then I don't have to make a choice. But they're kind of watching to see what you're doing, to see if you've moved on, to see if you're posting about, I'm going to dinner with this fellow, or this, divine masculine energy. It's energy, not gender. I'm out having a great time. I've really I'm actively manifesting my desired life. They're watching that to see if somebody else is going to creep in. And then when somebody else creeps in, then they're going to say, oh, well, now, I'm going to have to make a decision. Now, that's not to inspire you to go out and, use somebody to make your divine masculine activated. Don't do that. But if you are out actively trying to meet new people, like bring in a soulmate, do so without the intention of it being about trying to activate your divine masculine, because that's not fair. There's the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you're looking for something a little balanced. You're either establishing a very nice, balanced, harmonious life, or you're looking for people that are willing to contribute equally, to invest equally in the relationship. The soulmate. There's the Three of Swords. Oh, see, when that card comes out, here's the Three of Swords on their side. Then it's like, oh, I can't allow that to happen. Then I lose my options here with the Seven of Cups. Then the Divine Feminine is no longer an option. So then they start to get activated. Again, don't do this with the intention to activate your Divine Masculine. I'm just saying this is the energy that I'm reading. Eight of Cups. Then they start looking at that Two of Cups differently, that connection differently, because then they're like, okay, now I might need to move after something that looks more. And there's the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, there's the Eight of Cups and Ten of Pentacles to me is, this is, you know, searching for that kind of soulmate life partner. Whoever this is karmic. That's why it's just dry. The whole emotional atmosphere is just dry. There's no water left. There's no emotion left. It's like a desert. There's an emotional desert. The Knight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So we have the Knight of Swords twice. That could be something speeding up, coming along. Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. But there may be, if you are entertaining options for other connections, Divine Masculine may all of a sudden speed up the communication or the tangible essence of this connection. Underneath the Queen of Cups is the Eight of Wands. Yeah. Then he starts to see the Divine Feminine more as this, you know, right over here earlier, the energy was, you know, I just kind of want to sit back and allow my decision-making process to, I want to take my time. I'm not ready to make a decision yet. And then along comes this really balanced, interesting, good-feeling soul person into the Divine Feminine's life. Somebody that can make her emotionally happy. And then it's like, ouch, ouch. All of a sudden he feels this. Remember when I said the Tower speeds things up? It's like things are going to move fast. There's a Tower moment behind this Three of Swords. And it's almost like, okay, now I see her as this really loving, nurturing, Divine Feminine energy. And now I need to reach out, because what I don't want is to lose my footing. I don't want to lose my footing, because now I'm ready to choose a particular cup. See, there's justice, there's balance. Here's this Two of Pentacles. And here's the Moon. Remember I said the Moon was significant. Here we have that Ace of Cups. Okay. Six of Wands, and then the Two of Cups. Yeah. So you get all that, and then we got back to the Hermit again. Whereas the Divine Feminine's kind of like, you know what? I don't know if I really want to deal with all the dramatic energy of the Twin Flame. I think I want to be a little more comfortable with this soulmate energy. Somebody who's going to be here to support me, not trigger me. I think Divine Feminine is kind of like she's through the triggered cycle and she's just over it. And so the Divine Masculine is kind of feeling her withdrawal of energy and maybe her attention towards somebody else, and then is feeling like, man, if I don't make this move, I might lose the opportunity. He wants to keep the Divine Feminine dangling on a string. Underneath the, Seven of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Empress. Yeah, see, he doesn't really want the the complexity of the connection right now until he feels like the Divine Feminine's moved on. And then all of a sudden he goes into this fervent panic of, wait, whoa, 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 I can't lose that as an option. May not be really ready to choose it yet. May not have figured out what I need to do for this Ace of Cups. You know, the Moon, there's something, there's that illusion. Divine Feminine's coming out of the illusionary energy. And it's like, you know, I'm not waiting on this anymore. I don't even know if it's worth being in the relationship in the 3D. Maybe they really just can't offer me what it's going to take. I mean, I'm at this higher vibration now. I don't know if they're going to be a vibrational match for me in the 3D. That's it. A vibrational match. The Divine Feminine does not believe that the Divine Masculine is going to be a vibrational match for her in the 3D, so she's starting to look elsewhere. And that sends him into, look at this card. I mean, it's like the oh shit moment. Like, get on your horse, boy, you better start moving fast. Because, you know, Divine Feminine's going to get this new beginning somehow, with someone. Whether it be herself or with a soulmate. But she's ready. And the Divine Masculine has just kind of like, let me stall a little bit longer. Dangling on a string. Okay? That's what I get for you for the twin flame connection. Remember, this is a general read. It may not resonate. And if it doesn't, check out some of my other Twin Flame Tuesday videos. Find one that resonates with you, and then you'll know where you are on your timeline. Also, if you need a personal twin flame reading, please reach out at the emails in the description box. I will be happy to schedule that for you. I can do a recorded reading, or I can do a live Zoom reading. So you tell me what works best for you. All right? Best.